With just 4 weeks remaining, we're on the countdown to WrestleMania. ECW currently in 4th place, trailing behind SmackDown, Raw, and WCW. We've added some new talent to the roster pool in this final push. As you can see, we have the likes of Drew Gulak. We have Stardust, who we've signed from the free agency pool as specialists, and we've also received Bray Wyatt as well as Cora Jade as part of a trade deal. And we went ahead and signed Bad Bunny to a contract. All these guys on 1-week deals, just trying to make sure we add these guys for depth and some star power to hopefully get a huge push in the final 4 weeks and our last pay-per-view. So with our first show, we're going to start things out with Dexter Lumis and Bobby Lashley. This is a bruiser fighter combination heel face. Hopefully can begin a feud here with these two superstars. Bobby Lashley gets the win, does begin a feud, not a great match overall. Then we're getting the call out here, trying to get a feud going with Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. We will be on next week's show once we have some money. Going to do a role change for Bray Wyatt to turn him heel against the megastar. Now we have fatal 4-way action for our women's division, pretty much putting the whole division against each other. Alexa Bliss pulls off the win, and some rivalries growing. 3.5 stars. Well, not too bad about that at all. We'll take it. Then we got Logan Paul KO. This is a matchup that should be a lot of fun. KO gets the win. 3-star match. Level 1 feud. And our main event for the World Television Championship at ECW, it is Cedric Alexander, Stardust, and Gunther all together, and Gunther wins the title. A 3-star main event pulls that title off of Cedric, so now we can defend the tag titles potentially. So taking a look at the drama curve for this week, again, we had, I think, yeah, by far the weakest show, but again, we were trying to start pretty much all new feuds. And I mean, everybody else was too, I guess. But again, not the best. SmackDown and Raw really dominated this week. They had multiple titles on the line as well. That always does help. We gained 39,000 fans, $122,000. SmackDown dominates 52,000 fans, 54,000 for Raw, and WCW 37,000. So again, not going in the right direction. We do get a bad timing card, which can reduce the length of the contracts on a roster for 1 week, which is something we will be using. But still last place, and we still have not gained one single Hall of Fame trophy. We're going to look at some of the requirements for that. All right, we've just received a veto star, block an opposing brand from booking the current most popular superstar next week's show. Again, we're trying to stack those up. We currently have, I guess we just had one of those, but where'd it go? Did it just use it automatically? Interesting. Well, that's gone. But looking here, so revenue, career challenges. After this week's show, we should be getting that MyGM trophy for passing $2 million in lifetime revenue. If we do that, there may be a shot, potentially, at us passing, maybe, yeah, I think we have more fans than Raw. So we'll jump over Raw, which is a good thing to see. All right, this week we start things with Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, trying to progress this feud. This should be a solid opener, maybe get us about 3.5 stars, I hope. Yep, there we go. 3.5 stars, call it on the dot. Bray Wyatt changing to a bad guy. He's a heel now, just what we need. Dexter Lumis, Bobby Lashley time. Fighter Bruiser, and the rivalry will hopefully progress. It will to level 2. 3-star mid-card match. We'll take it. LA Knight calling out. Bray Wyatt grows the feud to level 2 for the main heavyweight championship. Tag team action. Gulak, MVP, Gallows, Creed, and the bad guys get the win. A 2-star, 2.5 star. Does begin the feud. That's exactly what I want to see. Tag team rivalry right there grows to level 1, and main event for the World Television Championship at ECW with interference from Mick Foley. We will simulate and see who gets, and it's going to be KO. New champion, exactly what I wanted to see. Gunther hurt for 3 weeks, but that's okay. We have a card to remedy that. So looking at the drama curve after our second week, again, a much better show. Much better show. Still, I think, behind what SmackDown did, and Raw was pretty mid overall. You see what the SmackDown card looked like. Pretty solid stuff overall from what they got going with their feuds, with their rivalries and everything. Raw, I think, had a really solid opener and finisher. WCW kind of lackluster all throughout. So with that, we gained 43,000 fans, $108,000 in revenue. SmackDown right there on par with us on our fan change. Raw somehow beats us. I'm not so sure how that happened that easily. And WCW with 35,000, we beat them out. So we do get our first tier 1, earn 2 million in a lifetime of revenue. We get our first trophy. Now we can, again, this is Mario Party rules. Trophies matter more than your current fans. So with that, we also get a special promotion ensures we retain most of our fans this week. That's big. And we jump to, no, we don't. I was hoping we jump, we don't. WCW stays ahead of us. They stay ahead of us. But again, if you're looking at Raw has 2 trophies. That is enough for them to push to first. So really at this point in this game, we need to be trying to pull trophies more so than worrying about the fans, because as you can see with Adam Pearce and Raw, they should be technically last place according to their fans, but they have 2 Hall of Fame trophies. Everybody else has 1. And because of that, Adam Pearce and the Red Brand are on top. We're going to go ahead and use this injury rehab for one of our injured superstars, Gunther, and now he will be just like that, healthy and ready to return. We're also going to hurt WCW a little bit here by using some bad timing to interrupt one of their contracts by 1 week overall. And taking a look at the season challenges, trying to see if there's anything else we can do to get something. It looks like the only real thing we're close on is team callouts. We can probably try to get 4 more of those. So book 10 shows with a tag team. We're not gonna be able to get that this season, but it's something we're close on, as well as the scouting we're pretty close on. But overall, in terms of those numbers there, the next biggest thing for us is fan career challenges. So I don't think we're going to be able to get a second. Unfortunately, I don't think this season we're going to be able to get a second trophy, which means no matter what, we're not going to be able to jump and leapfrog Raw on this episode. So week 3, we got a pretty stacked show. Every feud should be progressing in this episode, and last time I thought the title changed hands, it didn't. So we got a 4.5-star classic right there, ladies and gents. Tables match to open things up. There's our first tag team promo call out. Again, we need to try to make sure we do that every episode to finish this week. Now we got the singles action, Loomis and Lashley. Lashley with the big win, grows the feud, and Loomis hurt for 5 weeks. What? Okay, that's nightmarish for us heading into Mania. We didn't need that injury, but again, stamina is an issue at this point. Next, we get our main eventers in the next main event. Great match, grows the feud. Another tag team call out here, grows the feud. And now, okay, we wanted Gunther to drop the title last week, but because of the interference, I guess it didn't count. I figured it went to a no DQ and it would count. This time it's a straight up triple threat for the World Television. He retains it. Of course he does. He retains it. It does go to the feud for our other 2, but Gunther's he's just a unit, man. He's unstoppable. So the drama curve shows a very, very, very strong night of action on the purple brand with ECW. Amazing booking from start to finish. Feuds progress. SmackDown was very, very solid as well, except for that first mid card was atrocious for them. But we had a really, really strong week. Let's see what that does for us. We gained 50,000 fans, $114,000 profit, big time. That's big time. SmackDown, 8,000 fans behind us. Raw, 4,000 behind us, and WCW, 5,000 fans behind us. So as we conclude the week, we are still last place, as now you see everybody else has 2 trophies. So they've been playing it a lot smarter. Again, we're on the next to hardest difficulty. We're on hard mode right now, not extreme, and the AI is playing well. Again, we're chasing behind, but in terms of fans, once we do get that second star, we would be in third on the heels of Bischoff and WCW. And we've been hit with the veto star card by WCW. Gunther out this week, will not be able to be used because of it. And we're going to go ahead and we are going to use a veto random star of our own. And we're going to hit WCW right back in the mouth. Since he hit us, we hit you, sir. We get some of that. We also have 2 injury rehab 1 cards. So we're going to see if we can help Loomis try to get back. And I can't use it again, dadgummit. The Loomis hurts right now. With that, we're going to go look for... we're going to spend a little money. We're going to go try to find a legend. So Loomis is a fighter. A face fighter. We need to go find a face fighter on the talent pool here that can help fill in this role. Good guy fighter. And let's just see if there's anybody out there. No talent. All right, so we're going to do it right here. We need a face fighter. And ladies and gents, we just found him. Booker T. We can get him for 2 weeks here. Sign him. Bring him on. We need it for emergency. All right, it's the go home show. And we tried to book as strong as we can without Gunther, one of our biggest guys out there. Charlotte Flair, let's hope it's another banger. It is. 4.5 star. Bliss is now hurt now. Gosh dang it, man. The injuries are killing us at this point. But, I mean, I guess it is about the next play. All right, well, we just got to keep going. Injuries aside, we just had the best shows we can. Put on some big ones. Okay, feuds are continuing to progress. All right, and I was trying to see if it lets me override a rivalry already existing. It looks like that's not going to be the case with Booker T and Bobby Lashley, even though that would be a tremendous matchup. Tag team progressing. It's huge. Main event for the title. Preview of your main event from Mania. And Bray Wyatt, your new champion, heading into it. Level 4 feud as well. We'll take it. So was the go-home show strong enough? Strong opener, strong finisher. That's really all that matters. We had the most consistent card on the night. And you liked what you see. So we gained 47,000 fans, $114,000 profit, 2,000 more than SmackDown. Didn't beat Raw. Tremendous outing from Raw. And we beat WCW as well. So we get a to the moon card. We can progress somebody's popularity to 60 off the get, or plus 15 if they're minus 60. So that's going to be really strategic for us. And again, still last place because of the second Hall of Fame trophy that eludes us as we head to the final week for season 1. It is time for WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. Don't want to offer him, sure. I'll give him some extra money. I need him to be on the card and around. All right, ladies and gents, we're gonna go ahead and use our injury rehab here on Dexter Lumis. Not that it matters; he still won't be able to come back for this show. We're gonna use a to the moon card, and again, this is massive because this is gonna move somebody's popularity up to plus 15. So we're going to put it on Booker. Booker T, he's got 1 week remaining actually. So I actually want to go with somebody that's not going to leave the roster. So let's go ahead and put that on. Let's go put it on MVP. We're going to jump MVP up 15 popularity and put our special promotion card on that retains most of our fans this week. And yes, so anybody I'm really worried about, I'm going to go ahead and do a injury prevention thing for Gunther this week. So doing everything we possibly can. You see it right here because of that card we just used. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? MVP up 15. So he'll go up 15 stamina after this week's show. $50,000 gets us the WrestleMania venue. Yeah, we're going to use it. You best believe it. And let's book out the biggest show of the year. Okay, it's the biggest show of our season. And we tried to deal with the roster we had. Injuries piling up on us, but here we go for the tag team championships, and we have new tag champs Gunther and Ivar, a 4.5 star classic to kick off Mania. Lashley with a charity spot just to give us some extra fans. Because of the injury to Alexa Bliss, we had to just use our roster here. Charlotte Flair picks up the win in the triple threat. 4-star feud, blows off the rivalry with Jaden Henley. That's excellent. That's a really good mid card for us to just kind of force ourselves into. Another tag team action here. This one should be solid as well, as the team of MVP and Drew Gulak get the win. A 3.5 star feud is completed. Moving on next, this is our last mid card. It is Logan Paul, Kevin Owens. Just a straight up singles match. Logan Paul gets the win. Rivalry complete in a 3.5 star match. And time for your main event of WrestleMania for ECW, the champ Bray Wyatt taking on LA Knight. This is it. This is the finale. And Bray Wyatt retains the title. A 5-star rivalry complete legendary matchup. Huge bookend to what was a really incredible show. So looking at it, we were dominant. SmackDown didn't get above 4 stars. They had 4 stars. That was the highest. Raw didn't even touch 4 stars, and WCW was even worse. So we had by far the strongest night on the books, and we can only hope this means big things for us heading into our season 1 finale here. So here we go. Gunther and Ivar are an incredible tag team. We get 254,000 fans, profit over $103,000. So 254,000 fans. SmackDown with 260, they still beat us. How? How? They had superstar level bonuses plus 16. Okay, maybe that was it. We tore apart Raw. They had 184 and WCW 177. So SmackDown had some something going on there that progressed them, pushed them up. But as you see, the final tallies here of season 1, we are still last. But the road ahead is still looking really good for the brand. Yes, we're down money-wise. Fan-wise, we are second behind only Paul Heyman and SmackDown, but those trophies are what hold us back. But we get to the Slammy Awards to conclude the season. Let's see this. Mick Foley gets the heavy hitter, highest average superstar weight. That goes to ECW. Paul Heyman gets most fighter superstars on the roster. Adam Pearce gets the fleet of foot, most cruiserweights on the roster. And Bischoff gets most call-out promos. So everybody with a single award for season 1. As we go to the summary for season 1, Paul Heyman in first. You saw the ratings. That's where we still stand. Best match card quality goes to us. ECW almost swept here. We had the best match card quality. We had the highest total profits with $167,000 on a single show. Highest average card quality during a PLE, 89, and most rivalries completed with 20. So overall, we had a really incredible season. Is just some things didn't really pan out for us. So I see our average match quality was a 3.16. We've done a really good job. We just need to do a few things to get more of these Hall of Fame trophies, because that's going to be really the thing that sticks out and hurts us. Brutus Creed is our most matches won with 11. Most popularity gained goes to MVP. He had a really good run for us. So I'm really happy to see that. And you're looking at some of the other standouts for these other rosters here, but that's where we get to end this thing. Season 1 is wrapped up. We now get ahead and ready for season 2 in the next one, as we get ready for selecting our keepers and trying to see if ECW can have a great start in season 2 and our premiere coming up.